Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice with me for Alto Saxophone. I'm your teacher, Risa, and today we're in the Standard of Excellence Book 3, and today we're on page 26, still continuing on with the Romantic period. We are going to be looking at a new time signature, one that kind of annoys people, but it's there. And then we're going to be looking at a different kind of repeat as well. So our first exercise here, 95, hits the repeat. So I guess we'll go ahead, look at this, and talk about that repeat since it's in here. Okay, so we're looking at the del sueño el coda, DSL Coda. Now, I am not Italian, and I've had people mention that sometimes my pronunciation's not right, so I apologize if that's not the way you pronounce it. I came from a very small town where it's kind of, probably didn't have the best of the best. Anyway, you can see how it's spelt on the top and know what it is. But anyway, so we have this weird looking symbol. Looks like an S with the slash and the two dots. That is the sueño sign, okay? And what that means, here, we'll still take a look at our piece. We're going to play through this, right? Play through, play through, play through, play through. And then on line 3, where you see where it says DS El Coda, that means we're going to go to the sueño sign. So we're not going to that pickup. We're going to that official first measure. See where the sueño sign is? It's right next to that tempo marking. So that's where we're going to go to. And then we're going to play to where it says to Coda. So we're going to play. Here we are on the second, about mid-second line. You see where it says to Coda. And then it has that oval with the cross kind of through it. That is the Coda sign. That means we're going to skip ahead to that symbol, which is middle of third line. You see it? It says Coda. So it's a little confusing when we're first talking about it. But just know DS means go to the del sueño, to Coda, play to the Coda when you hit the Coda. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll give this a try. We are in 6/8 times, so keep that in mind when we're playing here. So you might be looking at it being, oh my gosh, look at all these 16ths, blah, blah, blah. No. We're in 6/8 time. And take a look at our key signature. We have what? Working with 2 sharps, so we're playing with a comfortable key here, okay? We'll just play for now to get comfortable with it, and then we'll start adding all the other little details in. Alrighty, and that is a pickup note. So I'm still going to count us. This one throws a lot of people off. So I'm going to count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, except we're not, we have the pickup. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, da-da, because we come in on 5, 6, right? 8 note gets the beat. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, so hopefully you got that. It can be, this piece particular is written in a weird layout, so you might need to mark where you need to go. DSL Coda, almost to the beginning, maybe mark an arrow or circle that to Coda, make a marking there too where it goes. That way, when you're DSL Coda, where's the del sueño, mark it, so then you're not searching for it. Same thing with to Coda. Where's the Coda? Mark it so you're not searching it, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do this again. We do have some dynamics here. Not a whole lot, but I was playing probably mezzo forte for this one. We have piano right off the bat, and then mezzo piano on the second line. And then on the end, we're going to do a ritardando, slowing down to pianissimo. I'm not going to do the ritardando, it's a little hard to do on video, but make sure you're watching your conductor or playing along with your group, and do take note, you might be slowing down. Okay? All right, we'll do this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, there we go with that one. So just make sure you mark your music in, pay attention to those repeats.
This lesson is brought to you by the Musician's Edition practice book. Make goals and keep track of progress throughout the whole year. When you're done with this video lesson, don't forget to mark this practice time in your Musician's Edition practice book. Now back to the video.
All right, let's go on to 96. Laughing song from Die Fledermaris. I don't know if that's how you say it. Okay, so this one has our new time signature. Take a look. 6, 4. Okay, so with 6, 4, our quarter note gets the beat again. Hooray, don't have to think about that. But it does get confusing counting these sometimes, because now we're counting to, when you're counting 6, 8, a lot of time you're just counting 1, 2, 1, 2. Right here, we're counting back to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just like 6, 8, there is the pulse still for 2. Okay? So your conductor might be conducting in 2 again. Just like 6, 8 is where it's going to get confusing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the quarter note gets the beat. This also gets really confusing sometimes when we're setting our metronomes for tempos. So if you're thinking with the metronome, okay? If you have your metronome set to 2, you're more than likely gonna have to set it down to, say, 37 beats per minute. And that's because you're not subdividing that, right? Because normally, say 4, 4, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and if you're breaking this 6 up, then you need to change the metronome to that. Okay, but if you're putting your metronome on the subdivisions to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you'll have something higher like 1, 12. Okay, this is, a lot of people get thrown off by that, and I know that might be confusing here, but just try seeing how the difference is. Okay. Anyway, let's play this. Oh, the book says write your counting and clap the rhythm before. So I guess take a moment to write your countings in. Looks like I already did that. So I'm going to give you a moment to go ahead and write your countings in. And just be careful of the differences between staccatos and dotted notes. All right, hopefully that's enough time. If not, pause the video, keep writing it in, and then unpause the video when you are ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so let's go ahead and now try to play this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alrighty, excellent job. What you're going to want to watch for is make sure you're not holding those quarters out too long, and make sure you're also not shortening them up to eighths. Okay, so that's what you need to watch for. Take your time, practice that, test out your metronome to see which way you prefer. If you just have it subdivided, boop, 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 or if you want it on twos. Just remember, you're 6/4, not 6/8. All right, let's go ahead and move on to 97 Fire Festival Polka, okay? Take a look at our key signature first. What do we have? Going to C natural, keeping that F sharp. Tell me about our time signature now. We're doing 2/4 here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, keeping the quarter note to the beat. All right, let's go ahead and give this a play. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. So with this one, the grace note really throws people off, okay? So if it was throwing you off too, learn it first without the grace note. Zero. Okay, and then just throw that little blip in there real quick. Okay, but first, it's a lot easier to learn it without the grace note, and then add the grace note in once you're really comfortable with it. Okay, watch your repeats. The repeat does not take us to the beginning. It takes us to the middle of the second line. We have first and second ending. Okay, and we did have the pickup note in the beginning as well. All right, so mark your music in that, practice that nice and slow, and then start speeding it up. All right, let's go ahead and move on to 98 for alto saxophones only. Here we go. We have no sharps, no flats in this. Back to 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. This one can be tricky too. Just watch those intervals, mark them. Make sure you're nice and relaxed for those low notes, okay? And then take it even slower if you need to. And make sure you're slurring all of that too. You want it nice and clean. Alrighty, so take time to practice that and anything else we learned and worked on today. All right, thanks for joining, and until next time.